The first leg of the rally featured 11 special stages, and it was Blomqvist, the 7-times winner of the Swedish, first down the frozen roads in the new RS200. But fastest by far was an angry world champion, Timo Salonen, in the Peugeot. Salonen was upset at suggestions that he'd settled for second place on the Monte Carlo. His reply, a masterly display that left the opposition trailing. Marco Alén, another man with something to prove. He's had to watch teammate Henri Toivonen win twice in the Lancia, so Alén was desperate for a good finish. Juha Kankunnen, only his second outing in the Peugeot and his first Swedish rally. But Kankunnen had won the Safari at his first attempt, and he could do the same on the snow and ice. Just ahead of Kankunnen, third fastest on this first stage, Henri Toivonen. Winner of the RAC, winner of the Monte Carlo, Toivonen was on a hat-trick. Austin Rover gave semi-work support to Per Eklund in the Clarion Metro. His rally would last just one more stage before the engine blew. Kalle Grundle was lying 6th in the second RS200, despite the odd missed gear. Malcolm Wilson also seemed to have gear selection problems. Then on the third stage, the Metro's gearbox failed. Wilson's ambition, a place in the top 3 which would give him A seeding, seemed a distant hope as the problems mounted. Problems are about to hit the other front runners as well. The aggressive Salonen leads the rally, but not for long. He'd been fastest on all 6 opening stages, but now on the 7th, he's heading for a broken engine. Henri Toivonen had moved into second place, and he was set to inherit the lead. Toivonen had gone off on stage 4, but the snow had cushioned the impact, one of the few consolations of the Swedish rally. In third place came Kankunnen in the Peugeot. Stig Blomqvist was desperately hanging on to the leaders despite some handling problems in the RS200. Marco Alén was lying 4th, but complaining of a misfiring engine. Kalle Grundle was giving the second RS200 a safe passage and a place in the top 5. And Malcolm Wilson had put his gearbox problems behind him and cautiously sets out on the stage. When the Metro was on song, Wilson was looking very impressive indeed, and that place in the top 3 was beckoning again. The Swedish wasn't meant to be a rally of attrition, but at the end of the first day, that seemed to be the theme. Salonen out after his charging start, and the new leader, Henri Toivonen, was far from happy with the Lancia.
I don't know, we have some kind of problem with Mark all the time with the car. It's very difficult to drive. I don't know what is different from the practice cars. Okay, we are in the lead, but it's not really, you know, enjoyable to drive because it's sort of difficult, very difficult.
set to salvage something from their disappointment. And a good first day's competition also for the Fords. Blomqvist seemed to have come to terms with the car's handling problems, and Grundle too was challenging for the top three. But day two and the attrition continues. Casualties come thick and fast. Toivonen, even with the boost turned down on the Lancia, limps out of the first stage. The valve problem spells the end of Toivonen's rally. The chance of a hat-trick is gone.
It seems the exhaust valve has broken and it's impossible to prepare. It's pity because I already put 700 revs down because I wanted to save the engine. Better luck next time. I will join Salonen in the bar, I think.
The new leader, Juha Kankunnen, in the Peugeot, the only man apparently without any problems, and his command is growing all the time. Slipping further back in second place, Marco Alén, still troubled by mystery engine problems and seemingly unable to do anything about Kankunen's growing lead. And the RS200 of Kalle Grundle soon becomes the sole surviving Ford. Teammate Stig Blomqvist had gone out with a blown engine on special stage 12, so Grundle's task is to battle Malcolm Wilson for third place. That will carry the reward of A seeding, which means the drivers are seeded in the first batch of leading runners on future World Championship events. With Grundle briefly going off, it's Wilson in the Metro who holds that third place, but sadly not for long.
On the road section here, I think the engine problem, we've had a cam belt go, and there's replaced the cam belt, but unfortunately it's done damage to the valves in the engine.
These mechanical failures were deciding the rally, especially with Alén unable to make any impression on Kankunnen.
I not have power in top. Good torque, but no power in top, and some electric all the time. I don't know what happened.
Chiedi a Marco, quanto vuoi benzina?
Moment. 30.
Peugeot at last were breaking the dominance that the new Lancia had shown on the Monte Carlo and RAC. With cars averaging speeds of 70 miles an hour on surfaces it's almost impossible to stand on, the key is the studded snow tyres like these used by Peugeot. And on special stage 17, the tyres become skates as the cars power across a frozen lake. Kankunnen, Alén, and here Kalle Grundle, who now seems assured of his third place with the demise of Malcolm Wilson. Behind these three, the battle for Group A honours was being won convincingly by Michael Eriksson in the Audi 90 Quattro. And Jean-Claude Androuet fought bravely in the heavy Citroën, lacking both experience of the event and practice. Juha Kankunnen powers on toward the end of the second day. Alén follows rather than pursues. And Grundle is safe in third. And that position for Grundle makes it a pleasing debut for Fords. The early optimism about the car seems justified, despite the disappointment of losing Blomqvist so early. But caution, rather than 100% driving, was the requirement on the final day. No mistakes, and Kankunnen would have a debut win. Alén wisely settles for the championship points instead of a victory challenge. And Grundle claims a third place to lift morale in the new Ford team. But for Juha Kankunnen, victory in the Peugeot on his Swedish Rally debut. With Peugeot victorious again and Ford and Austin Rover finding their feet, the next round in Portugal looks like the toughest yet.